Hi, I'm Christina.
I'm Maya from
Bookworm
Dreams, and welcome to a new video.
So today we are gonna review for you the book Assassin's Blade by
Sarah J. Maas.
Yes, we read this as part of the TOGalong, or the Throne of Glass readalong, that is organized by a bunch of people.
Yes, Steph loves being one of them, and we will leave the link to their discussion video for the books up here and down below, so you can check them out.
All info will be, as you know, everywhere.
Yes.
So this is actually a prequel to the
whole Throne of Glass series.
Glass series. This is a collection of 5 stories about Selena Sardothian. Her on the cover. So she is a 16-year-old assassin. She is part of the Assassin's Guild in Adarlan, I think.
Yeah.
Adarlan, I don't know. Anyway, a kingdom in this other world, whatever. And we kind of follow her story, what happens to her leading up to the events of the first book.
So this is a reread for me. I read this a bunch of years ago, many moons ago, and upon rereading, I have discovered that thankfully my reading tastes have changed, and I have developed or whatever as a reader, because I've known my aversion to cocky teenagers, arrogant teenagers for a really long time now, but this is like, okay, I get it now, because I remember reading this when I read this for the first time, I didn't even question anything. She says she's the best, okay, she's the best. I don't see the reason why everybody's complaining that she's not the best. She's the best. She says she's the best. But now I'm like, can you please shut up that you're the best? Because she kept saying the entire time, I'm the best, I'm the best assassin, I'm the prettiest this, I'm the most... So that was a bit annoying, but I enjoyed the stories overall.
Yeah, I mean, I went into this blind. I just am aware of the existence of the entire series. I had no idea about the world, about the characters. I just, went in into any other book.
Mm-hmm.
And as a first-time reader generally of Sarah J. Maas, I was very pleasantly surprised, because I also enjoyed the stories.
Yeah,
overall.
The stories are fun.
They don't actually feel like stories. They feel like rather chapters of a book. It doesn't feel like a collection, but rather a full-blown book.
Mm-hmm.
Because basically we follow Selena on this path towards something.
Yes.
I can't tell you what, but towards something. And each story kind of leads up to that. It's like a gradation of...
Yeah, it adds on.
Adds on, yes. And I don't know, for me, I expected for her to, I was hoping that each story would teach her something. But as we said in one of our discussions, unfortunately, you don't actually get to see a lot of character development. Maybe at just one
of the main character.
Just at one point, but it just isn't enough for the scope of what happens in this.
Yes, she doesn't learn.
She doesn't learn. However, I will say that given her background, the way she was raised by the person that she was raised by and everything, I can understand why she is so arrogant and why she is so cocky and why she believes herself to be above everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Because she was basically taught to think that.
Mm-hmm.
And from that point of view, I understand her, but she is still one of the most annoying characters I've ever read.
Yes, that was my main, conclusion when I read this again. I was like, she's so unlikable. The only part when I liked her was at the end, the last story, something horrific happens, and we finally see some other emotion than we see some glimpses of her being insecure and sort of dropping this persona that she's the best when she sort of leaves the comfort of what she's known. But at the end, when something tragic happens, that's when sort of we see this other side of her. And reading, I read. I read the next book, and it's just sad that this doesn't stick.
Oh yeah.
So
That's
I mean, we'll read it soon again, and we'll
Yes.
talk about this book again. But yeah, she's very. But it is understandable. We considering her background while we're out here, are you even at all curious as to where she was the first 8 years of her life?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I started reading the first book, and like I have an idea forming in my mind,
All right.
but
We'll talk about it when we
we'll
get there.
when we get to the first book, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyways, one other thing I wanted to mention is I absolutely loved the love interest here. I don't know, I just fell in love with him. Sam was really he was awesome. However, I absolutely failed to understand in any possible way how did he go from, I don't know, being a regular person to loving her. Like, there is no evolution of his affection. There is no backstory to them. Like it's just, like you said, you have to accept it.
Yeah.
Like, you just have to accept that he loves her, and that's it.
Yeah, it's not really substantiated in anything in the book.
Yes, and
also it kind of shows its age. In the whole, there are some girl hate moments, which is completely stupid, because at one point we meet Lysandra, who becomes a more important character in the series. And I remember when I was reading her, well, isn't that because I remember from the series, like I remember what happens with her, and just this immediate like hatred that Selena has for her because she's closer to Sam, who she hates, doesn't hate, loves, doesn't love. Nobody knows. She doesn't know. But immediately she sees her and just and also sees her as a rival. I mean, from one point it is sort of substantiated from Arobin's their like mentor, because he's pitting them against each other. But still, you can also also she's a stupid teenager, so that also counts. But it was kind of like, you see a girl who is close to a guy you like, don't like, or whatever, and you immediately just start hating her and wishing her, awful things and everything. And that just, it was annoying to read. But yeah, as I said, when I read this when I was younger, I was like, okay, this is how this is. You just accept it and you move on. But yeah, I like the stories. It definitely is a great introduction to the world and into the whole series and our main character. Also, look at the awesome cover. It's pretty cool. But yeah, the girl hate and the unlikable main characters are some of the minuses for me. So
yep, I agree with you. I mean, I enjoyed the stories. Not sure if I would read them again, but overall, I'm not.
I would. I'm
not sorry. I'm not sorry that I've read them, because like I felt they flowed. They were easy to read. I read them quickly.
I mean, the action was interesting. The overarching plot was interesting as well.
I mean, I told you I loved the one story that nobody actually really likes.
The healer one,
the healer one. But I concluded that maybe that's because it's the only one that's not written from Selena's point of view, but from the healers, and I really was invested in what in that character.
Yeah, but actually that story doesn't have a point other than the fact that you have to learn that Arobin beat the crap out of Selena in the first story.
Yeah.
Like there was nothing to, maybe you can add some sort of the mystery of her character, of what's happened in the past before, and a tiny bit of world building, I guess, of other kingdoms in this world and everything. But other than that, it actually it doesn't have any significance. You can totally remove the story from the book and nothing will change. You can probably tell in the beginning of the third one when she goes to the desert, which was one of my favorites, because each story has such potential for her. Just leave this, what you're doing, and go there. Go stay in the desert with the people. Go learn with them. They will treat you nice. Not whatever, she has to prove she's the best and whatnot. But
Yeah. Okay.
That's it for our review. If you have read this and you agree with us or disagree, please let us know down below in the comments. We will be continuing with I will be. I don't know if you give up after a couple of books, but we will be continuing with the Throne of Glass. So when we finish this, we will review it for you as well. Check out Steph and all the other creators for the TOGalong. Check out their live shows. And I think the live show for Throne of Glass will be at the beginning of March.
Okay.
So it's going to be interesting. And that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, please like, share, subscribe. Press the bell button if you want to get notifications whenever we post new videos.
Thank you so much for watching. Important links down below. Go check them out. And we'll see you in our next video. Bye.
Bye.